Fantastic. Whew. Whew. All right, we don't start immediately here, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got time to like just
I don't know.
Adjust yourself.
Take a sip of beer if you need.
Cheers.
Are you gonna be watching this too?
I always like seeing you behind set, Jazz. She's been here since day one. Seeing Jazz behind set reminds me of just starting the podcast and being like, all right, what are we doing here? You know, like.
I love that, though. That's cute.
Yeah, man. What's good, what's great, and what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there?
Hey.
Hi there.
How you guys doing, man?
Doing great.
Coming at you guys live. Garage Talks podcast inside of Alchemii Studios. Episode 7, I think this is, right? We're getting up there. We're chugging along.
Actually, I think it might be 8.
Nope.
No, this is 7.
Starts off.
Oh, because we have a part 1.
Yeah, we have part 1, part coming, part 2. It's not out yet. By the time you guys watching this, it'll be out.
Sorry, mixed it up.
You gave away the secret.
Yeah.
Well, if they put on the video part 1, you know there's a part 2. Yeah. I don't think I spoiled
playing
anything.
around.
It's fine. But as you guys can see here, we got a little bit of a special guest. Yeah, what's going on?
Special guest. Oh. I'm kidding.
Elissa Fernandez, right, Fernandez?
Yes, my whole government. That's
yeah, the
me.
whole government out there. On him. But Elissa, everybody say what's up to Elissa. Another round of applause real quick.
Nice to meet you.
Now, Elissa
Really?
goes way back with our crew, especially the crew that we have up here today. I think we all met each other in like, what, 10th, 9th grade?
10th grade?
10th grade.
10th grade. Yeah, man. And ever since then, we've just been chill, posting up. And we
Yeah, it's been a
wanted
long
to bring
time.
you on because you had some cool life experiences. Or not cool, but definitely
cool.
life-changing.
Different.
Yeah, different.
Fun.
For sure. Some experiences we wanted to share with you guys. Thought you would really love her insight on this. And since we all did go to school together and we met in Business Academy.
Shout out to Miss Beery.
Shout out
to Miss B. Love you, Miss B.
Miss you, Miss
Love
B.
you.
Shout out.
Hey, we're making it work just like how you would want.
Yes.
True.
And, well, not exactly how you would want. 'Cause
We're working on it.
We're at least
working on
together.
yeah, we're
it. Yeah.
doing our best. But because we did meet in Business Academy, what are some of your fondest memories of that time? Business Academy, for all of you out there who don't know what that is within high school. It kind of sections you off to where if you know you kind of want to go into the business field with your career, it'll kind of gear you more towards that, give you better options for
Like how there was ACT and all the technology stuff.
yeah,
And then
ACT,
Health Academy.
which
Business
would be,
taught you business plans. You know, you
Business
learned
was the best.
financials. It was really cool. You know, we didn't have to go into a finance class because we actually were in business.
yeah.
So like it covered that and taught us everything we needed to know. It was really awesome.
Yeah, so what were some of your guys' favorite? Jeremy, we'll start with you, and then we'll go Alyssa, and then we'll go Dom. Right? Everybody share just one favorite.
I think it was just the times that we had with everyone that was there.
Okay.
Because, like, we would all always have to, like, go break off and do our own work. But we'd always find time to, you know, do random stuff. And, you know, it was those ones that made the stories for Business Academy that I cherish, personally.
For sure. Alyssa, what about you? What are some of your favorites?
I agree, but I think like the field trips were fun because we got more personal with everybody. But I feel like we were just close. I I don't know. I guess I agree with the same thing because it's like we were all just super close in each other's business. Oh, well, get it?
Literally.
In each other's business. But we were just in each other's business and we just, I don't know. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
For sure. What
Yeah,
about you?
well, definitely, like she was saying, the business trips we had to go on, what was it, trade shows. We had different competitions we had to go to, but it's the fact that, we had to go and participate, but we were all really looking forward to all hanging out in the hotel, and we would stay there like a night or two, and a couple of us, I remember, like, there was Steven and Alexis, and like all of us, Eric, we'd all go down to the gym and act like, oh, we're doing CrossFit and training and working out.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'd all like meet each other at the pool after, and like everyone would be all in each other's rooms. It
You
was,
guys
it was.
did that?
Oh, you guys didn't?
Wow.
No, they stuck to the rules.
Oh yeah,
though.
you guys were just
I
stayed up
mean,
in your room and
I want
stuff.
to know
We
if Miss
didn't
B
just
saw this,
stay in
if
our
she would be
room,
shocked
but-
on what happened.
Yeah, Miss B, please don't be mad if
I
you
feel
hear
like
some
Canyon
stuff.
is so much
It's
more
all right. I
strict
feel
now.
like there's a statute of limitations on stuff
Been
like
past-
that.
it's
you
been
guys,
past
you
7
guys are
years.
just
Yeah,
going
we're
to a
past
pool and all
that.
that, so I mean.
All right, so here's what really happened.
But that is one of the things I like kind of regret the most about my high school experience is not being able to like finish it out at Canyon with you guys in Business Academy. I really strongly considered coming back for just my senior year and just like finishing out Business Academy with you guys.
Did you
Aw.
get picked for Laser Craze or Relish? Were you part of that yet, or no?
No.
No?
That was the next year.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
your guys'
Yeah, it's
junior
year
year.
3 or junior.
Oh yeah, that was junior year. Because
Wait,
we had to
so,
do the
okay.
interviews, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was your experience in that high school just completely different than like what we did?
Word. Mad different. Just all right. So
Are you
all
connected
for-
with anybody from that
Yeah,
school?
yeah. Well, we got
guy.
our guy right here.
Oh, okay.
He's the
Sorry.
guy.
Mr. Nick Guy. But yeah, there's definitely people that I'm still connected with. I'm not really connected with many people from high school, just in general, just because that's how it goes. But I think all right. So for all of you who don't know, we went to Canyon Springs, and then later I went to Martin Luther King High School, which is a much bigger. Canyon Springs is about like 1,500 students. King at the time was about 3,500 students.
Dang.
So it was much bigger, a lot
I
more
didn't know that.
kids, a lot more funding, a lot preppier, a lot more like just white kid shit going on. Like the story I told you guys earlier about like
Yeah.
my first month in school. I had made friends with this girl, and we were running together in PE, and she stops running, and she's like, "Oh man, I really got to stop doing cocaine."
Just
I
like it was
just
nothing.
like, what? I
Out of
was,
nowhere?
oh my god, out of nowhere. So like, I would say like for sure like the things that are different go much more than just skin deep, because especially just like in the way like King was such a stereotypical high school, you know what I mean? The jocks, the theater kids were one, the academics were another, just kind of like really segmented off like that. And in Canyon, it was just kind of like everybody, like you had your group of friends that you stuck with, but it wasn't defined by like your extracurricular activities, I guess you could say.
It's just I feel like a lot of people intermingled. One group was part of another group, and they would come hang out with other ones. Like,
Right.
like he's saying, you have that original friend group you hang out with, but some days they might not be there. So you just walk over and like, oh, hey, that's what you guys doing today?
Yep,
Just,
exactly.
chilling, just eat some food at like the tree. Is that where you guys used to hang out with? Big tree by the lunchroom.
The one thing I missed from Canyon the most.
The cookies.
No.
Oh.
Every day, $1, 2 cookies every day.
Oh, those
Yep.
cookies were fire though.
Freshly
Yeah,
baked
they
That
were.
was
cookies
my
in the
lunch.
morning.
Fire.
Lunch for
Though,
quite a lot of high school.
that'll probably be my number 2. My number 1,
The chicken sandwich.
all the fights.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that kind of.
Freshman year,
All
there was a
of
lot.
Of course, we're
Freshman
thinking
and
of food.
sophomore year, the fights were popping in Canyon. Niggas,
they were
if
always
you
at the
had
park.
Yo, you remember Non-Violence Week?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think
There
we
were
had that.
about
That at
10 fights on Non-Violence Weeks and a riot.
What?
I think I remember the
remember-
riot because
I
that was
remember the
during
riot.
a wrestling
I remember a
tournament.
riot.
Yes. I know you
That-
remember the riot because I was with you when one of the twins got hit with a brick and we heard it. Yes.
The twins.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
after
Jesse and Jerome.
Jesse and Jerome.
Oh,
Yep.
dang.
R.I.P. to
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but
I
Jesse.
think
one of the brothers.
Jesse passed. R.I.P. to Jesse. And I think he was actually, and I could be wrong about this, but he, like, one dude just got hit with a brick. Another dude got socked so loud I could hear it from, like, a block away. Like,
But they were big dudes. They were humongous.
Hell yeah.
huge dudes.
250 and up.
They were
just
grown
muscled.
already in high
Grown
school.
men. Grown men
He
when we
said
got to high school.
grown in high school.
But I feel like Business Academy definitely, and like Canyon in general, kind of just prepared me for just going out into life and, you know, the hardships, kind of, you know? Like, shit wasn't sweet at Canyon, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like the worst school in the world, but shit definitely wasn't sweet, you know what I mean? And,
You got a little taste of reality, a little bit.
yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little taste, you know, more than I got definitely from King.
That's so interesting to me.
Is what I'll say. Yeah, man, it's so different. But one of the big things that life did throw at me after high school was I got in a huge car accident, right? Right. And I know, Elissa, you have been through the same thing. I think I've spoke
Yeah.
about this before on the podcast. But would you like to kind of share your experience and what happened with you?
Oh.
Or, you know, what's going on with
Well,
that?
I didn't know you were in a car accident.
Yeah.
When?
The old Mustang.
Yeah, the old Mustang.
Really?
I was
What year was
So
that?
many memories.
2018? 2018 or 17?
That's 4 years after we graduated.
Yeah.
Wow. How,
Yeah.
are you good?
Yeah, I'm chilling now. What ended up happening, I have a scar here.
Uh-huh.
But what ended up happening is I
Were you
pulled
driving?
over. Yeah, well, I wasn't driving.
Okay.
Well, I was driving, but I wasn't driving at the moment. So what had happened was my car overheated. I pulled over to the side of the road, and it was like 4 in the morning. We were coming back from a club in L.A., and some dude fell asleep at the wheel and just hit me going like 70 miles an hour from behind. Just
Oh, wow.
smacked the shit out of my car. Yeah.
Damn.
Spun 5 times. I hit the steering wheel. Had a gash in my neck. Went like, I think literally an inch above my jugular.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
So it was really close. And, you know, I got like my shirt. I tied it up around my neck. And that's pretty much how I survived. Doctor said if I didn't do that, cool chance I might have like bled out and not made it to the hospital.
That's so smart, though. Like,
Shout out to
Honestly-
movies and TV.
but who,
Right.
think,
Gotta get
but
that
who
tourniquet.
thinks of that kind of stuff? I don't
job.
know.
Honestly,
Think of that
like
kind of
I
stuff.
was
That's great.
when you're in those life and death situations, and like, you know, I was just happy that I could like stand, you know, like because
Right.
like after the hit, like being hit like that, like I didn't even really remember it. I just remember getting out dazed and
Right.
being like standing up and being like looking at all of my like limbs and being like, I'm good here, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
What's missing? Is my fingers gone?
Yeah.
Man, like,
There's
do I
so
have
much
everything?
adrenaline.
No, but that's always your first reaction. You're like, am I
Yeah.
good? Am I good? I'm good. And then you deal
Yeah.
with the bruises and stuff later.
Exactly.
But yeah.
And then I felt this, and then I coughed up a little blood, and I was like, oh, okay. This is my problem right now. Let me go
so
ahead
it was
and
like
solve
cut
that.
open?
Yeah, gashed open. Like my steering wheel, for some reason, the airbags didn't deploy.
Okay.
Like so, my neck just hit the steering wheel itself.
Oh my goodness.
And that gashed me open. That was crazy. I remember I got out. It was like a movie. I got out of the car. Homie like looked around, and he just had like one little, like, kind of like in the form of sweat, but just like a drop of blood like this. He was just looking at me like, I was like, what do I do? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, you don't know? What do you? Okay. I don't have time for this right now. And then me and my homie just ended up walking, I think, 5 blocks until the ambulance picked us up. And we,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that shit was crazy.
Damn.
Shit was crazy. But yeah, you went through a similar experience. I know yours was, you had a bit of rehabilitation and stuff in yours,
Right.
right? So what happened with your whole experience?
Like, do you want me to tell you like what happened? Like,
A to Z.
okay.
A to Z. Give me it all.
Okay. So we were coming back from LA.
Isn't it always?
Yeah, but I
Isn't
live in
it
LA
all-
County, so
Oh, for sure.
but we were coming back from downtown LA. We did drink, but we weren't like drunk. She was just driving too fast. I was a passenger. I was with my coworker and her. Well, she's my friend. I was with my coworker and my friend and her husband. He's in the back seat. I'm in the front seat. And we were on, well, you guys won't know the freeway, but we were on a turning, like, overpass, getting onto the 110. And then she was just driving too fast. She was driving too fast. And then apparently I lost my memory. So I'm saying apparently because this is what they said happened.
I feel like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How did you, all right, like real quick,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to distract.
No, go ahead,
sidetrack you,
ahead.
sorry. But isn't that crazy, like genuinely having parts of your memory that, because there
Absolutely.
were like
Absolutely.
definitely parts where I just do not, or just to this day are just black.
It's weird
coming
because
home
it's
from the
like
club,
it's in a
like-
black hole, like
Yeah,
that you
it's-
don't get back.
And my brain's just like, nah, too traumatic. Next.
Right.
I don't like that memory. Next one.
Yeah. No, I literally like I go through this where I'm like, brain, like, what's going on?
And
like
it's
how?
hazy and man, and I don't know about you guys. I don't get drunk like that too often, so I don't have a lot of experience with blacking out.
I do. I definitely do. I could lie.
I love the honesty.
Yeah, no, I do, but it's like that.
Yeah.
It's
but
in
continue
that
your story.
file. What was that? Where was
I
that?
lost the memory. You guys
okay,
were going
yeah.
too fast.
Right. So we were going too fast on a turn. It was in a Tahoe, just to give you guys a little visual. And she hit, you know those like jugs of water or sand on the sides? She hit it, and then the truck just bounced, hit the wall, flipped, and then slid like all the way down the ramp.
Well, that's a big car.
And it was big. I don't know if you guys seen it was destroyed. Like you can't even tell what kind of car it is at all. But it was on the passenger side, so I was on the passenger side, so it was on my side. My friend wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Her husband as well was not wearing a seatbelt, so he actually like broke my seat. So because he's a big guy, he's like 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'3", big guy. He broke my seat over me. I'm stuck in my seatbelt, and then she flies like in front of me, and she's stuck in the passenger mirror. You get what I mean by passenger mirror? Like her head went in front of me, and he went behind me like this, and I'm stuck in the seat.
Are they okay?
They're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just sounds
I
really.
was gonna say, I was like, wait a second. Is this gonna be a very fatal story?
No.
that's-
No, thank God. Honestly,
Shout
like
out to
I don't
God.
know. Yeah, like I don't know what happened, but I just know whatever happened, it happened perfectly the way it was meant to happen. Cause we didn't all walk away, but we're alive. You know what I mean? We couldn't walk. Her husband had his hips dislocated, and she was stuck. They had to get her out with the jaws of life, like, because she was stuck in the mirror, in the metal, like.
Yeah.
And then me, I guess, like I said, they said that they were like, Liz, like, you have to get up, you have to get out, like, and I was like kind of out of it. But I guess we got out of the sunroof of the truck, but I couldn't walk. So there was people around the car, like praying, and like they had their lights out. Someone called the police. Like it was like a big, but I don't remember. I can't even like, I don't remember none of this at all. But this is what they've told me. And then so I guess they like drug our bodies like to the side, and then I called my mom, I guess, and I was really calm. I just told her it was an accident, but I don't remember none of it. Transported in the ambulance, don't remember none of it. Got all my clothes cut off, like everything, like I don't remember any of it. And when my mom got to me, she said that I was just out of it. Like I was like, what happened? Like what happened?
Yeah.
And she was like, you were in a car accident. And I was like, 5 minutes later, what happened? Like, and I just was repetitive. Like, where's Karina? That's my friend. I was like, where's Karina? Like, I just didn't know.
That's like the concussion part, right?
Right. So I had a concussion. Yeah. A concussion, like a really bad one, I guess. So, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So did you have to go through rehabilitation for that, or
Yeah.
so what were what was the outcome?
My
Like your
injuries.
concussion, obviously.
Right. So I had my concussion. I didn't know what was wrong with my legs at the time, but now I found out. So I had torn my ACL, my meniscus. I dislocated this leg also. I fractured this foot in 2 spots. My whole hand was like burned or like cut up like in different areas. I had black eyes. I already said my concussion. And I wasn't breathing on my own. So I was in the hospital for like 4 days. And they were trying to get me to breathe on my own. And so yeah, those were my. So I had to get surgery on my leg like months after because that's when COVID hit. Oh. So my accident was February 18th. COVID shut down was March.
Wow, that is really unfortunate.
Yeah, so I didn't know exactly everything that was wrong with me.
Was it scary to go to the hospital?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Give a little bit of that experience, like just being in the hospital during COVID.
So when I first went to the hospital, like COVID wasn't like a thing like that.
Yeah.
So
I
wasn't even thinking of COVID. Like I wasn't worried about it. But going after everything shut down, my doctors didn't want to see me. They didn't want me to come in. They like it was hard, and I was like, there's something else wrong with my legs. Like I know I can feel like there's something else wrong. So I needed more tests. They didn't want it. Like they had to reschedule me for 6 weeks. Like, so I didn't walk. I was in a wheelchair. I didn't walk for 2 months, 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Because
and
COVID.
You were just standing up all day. Somebody get her a chair next time. You assholes.
I know. I was like, I need to sit. I'm just kidding.
We have lots of chairs next time.
We had mad chairs. She was standing up the whole time, guys.
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Mad chairs. Next time we'll get you a chair.
We're good. We're good.
But yeah, dude, that is honestly super crazy. What do you think is the number one lesson that you've learned throughout that whole experience?
I have a few. So one, I was kind of going crazy at that time. Crazy in the means of like I was drinking a lot, out a lot, just like partying a lot. Like, but I had both my jobs, so I was like literally filling my time like with so much stuff, and I wasn't maybe valuing what I should have been valuing, as in like my family, which I thought I was, but I just was going through my own personal issues at that time where I was just out so much, and I was the reason why I went that night actually was a Monday. So I wasn't supposed to be out. What am I doing out on a freaking Monday in downtown LA? I have work in the morning the next day. And I was like, oh, let's just go like for my last little shebang. Like, let's go. And I went. But I just feel like I just want to value like it's so cliche because I just want to value life and like the people around me that love me, like the people who have showed me like
Shout out to everybody.
No, exactly. No, but the people who have like they value me, I value them. Like I've learned a lot in the recovery time of, let's say, people that I thought was close to me, friends that I would go out and party with, but like never called me one time. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they're down to have a good time, but when it gets tough, where they at though? Yeah,
like who shows up when it's awkward? Like, you know what I mean? It's a little hard to show up that way. Like, it's awkward. Like,
we're not going out to pregame to a party.
Right.
I'm going through recovery. Can you just sit here and be with me?
Right. I can't walk. Yeah. Like, sorry, there's nothing to do. Like, I can't even get you water if you need water. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I feel
but
that.
It's just those people, those specific people that I just value like so much more in my life, like, and then so many people that I was able to just let go of, and not in a hate way, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I'm not
in a peaceful way.
I'm not cutting you off because like, oh, I don't want to fuck with you anymore. You're
right,
a bad
like
person, but it's just you are who you are, and that isn't particularly the person I want to spend a lot of time around.
Exactly, and it's okay. I'm like so much. it's so much easier for me to let things go. Does that make sense? Like, I don't sweat on it.
Yeah. And what I'll say is, like, especially, like, of friends who, like, this is what I was going to say. I have a really good story, actually, of a friend when I was, because I wasn't incapacitated for as long as you were. It was about 3 days, 3 or 4 days or so, where I was really just up and laid out of it. But my friend Harry,
Hi, Harry.
he did, what's up, Harry? Harry Summer. I hope Harry watches this. That'd be dope. He did this, and it was super great.
It's great.
But yeah, one of the stories that I always think about when I think of, like, you know, real friends in times of need is my friend Harry. And when I was laid up for 4 days, he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, bro, is there anything I could do for you? Just anything at all." And I remember the only thing I really needed was, like, just, sorry, parents, I really needed some weed. Because, like, the pain medication just wasn't doing enough, and I didn't want to go and ask the doctors for stronger pain medication and then get addicted to pain medication, right? So I was like,
choice.
You know what I'll do? I'll ask my friend Harry for some weed. 2 hours went by. Weed was at my door. Fantastic friend.
I appreciate
Took him
that.
2 hours. He was in another city. Like, those are the friends.
Pulled on mission. Hell yeah.
Go Harry.
Shout out to Harry.
Go Harry.
Harry Sama, man. He's
That's the
Harry.
plug.
a great guy.
Meet him.
Yeah, man. He's
Friends like him.
he introduced me to my ex, but other than that, he's great.
Well, this got really awkward.
That's so
Anyways.
he
Staring
he
at
totally-
the
he
girlfriend
totally did,
behind the
though.
camera.
He totally did. No, she knows about it. She was horrible. I hope she watches this
Shout
shit
out
too.
to you, Shawty.
Wait, who are we talking about, just to be sure?
Someone who's irrelevant.
Exactly who you're thinking about.
Okay.
Don't know exactly who you're thinking about.
You know?
Yeah, I know her.
Did I meet
they
her?
spent some- I
No.
believe.
No.
No,
Okay,
really?
you guys.
Makes
too much-
sense.
Too much on the topic.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway.
That's a whole nother
but
story.
We
bro.
did
Perspective.
also have a story of another life periling event, right? That some of us here took place in. That was you guys, the two out of the 3 Game Boys, right? So what happened with that?
So that day, it was just like a normal Saturday because a different friend group, we all got together. We usually, like, that's what we
Do you
normally
have
do.
other friends?
Surprisingly, yes.
Right?
I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends. But anyways, these friends invited me we all wanted to get together and make some breakfast. And, you know,
Bomb
so
breakfast.
we're just going about the day, making simple stuff. You know, I worked at IHOP and I was cooking. So I was like, bet I could cook for all you guys. But, yeah, so I invited him because, you know, I was working at IHOP with him. We had the same shifts.
It was
And
like the first time ever since we
Yeah.
worked together. We had one shift together, and it was that day.
yeah, it was crazy because, like, we just headed out and we're just on our way to work. And then next thing you know, like, there's this big dust pile, like, on the side of the freeway. And, like, all traffic jam starts to build up and all that because, you know, everyone wants to go look and all that. But, yeah, so.
What it was like
Yeah, I'll let him.
this dust, you know, it was all dusty because this car had actually tried to veer out of the lane from another truck actually trying to hit her. And there's like, I don't know if you guys know, between Nason and then going to like Paris, there's like that little mountainy area. And her car went up the mountain and just straight flipped on itself, like onto its hood, full impact. And like he was saying, people are just, you know, slowing down just to actually see what happened. And it's like no one's stopping by.
Yeah,
And,
there was no one that stopped by. There was a lot of people because, like, before we tell, like, how we pulled her out, but everyone, you could see people looking out their windows and they're just like,
Yeah, they have their phone out just recording. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, like, what if, like, you had an accident, like, someone like you, like, literally stuck on the freeway, like, you know, bleeding from their throat. Like,
Yeah, bro.
if there's something you can do to help, that's why, like, now I always carry, like, a window breaker,
Yeah.
health kit. Like, you know, I don't know much, but, you know, it's better than someone dying
Scissors.
alone. Yeah.
Scissors.
Yeah.
It's-
Anything,
Yeah.
man.
and like after, you know, we both pulled
Come up
off,
to the
and
mic.
like immediately we both jump out to go start helping her. I believe it was like after that, a couple other cars actually stopped and I guess they started to help after, like
It
kind
always
of.
takes somebody.
Yeah, like that, well, after they saw us, like a couple others
Yeah.
start hopping out. They're asking like what happened. They start all trying to get her out. He's over on the side window, like trying to get her seatbelt undone, and
Oh
I'm-
yeah.
like we're all just trying to, I guess, like find different
Yeah.
ways to get her out of the car because we didn't know like what was stuck, what was locked, because the doors weren't opening at 1st. Turns out they were locked. But
They get jammed.
yeah, and he's just
Yeah.
what were you saying?
I
to her?
didn't mean to laugh at that one part because like it was just that situation wasn't funny, but it was funny after because I would think about it. When I went up to the door, it was locked, and then so I tried to open it. I told him, I'm like, hey, like the doors are locked, and we need to try to find a way. Next thing you know, I'm pretty sure she unlocked it because they were unlocked magically. And so I hop in, and then she starts yelling at me. She's like, I need a knife. And so I turn around. I was like, someone find me a knife, please. And then I go back in. I was like, hey, can you hold yourself up real quick? And I was like, but turn down that music because like she was bumping something out of. She was having like the time of her life before that happened.
Turn down this music so I can see better.
Yeah. I can't focus right now. But yeah, so I told her to hold herself up, and I just literally unbuckled it, and just we pulled her out, and she literally just walked away. But she was like,
Like the whole time,
yeah,
like afterwards, it's just to see her get up out of that accident.
It was
We
crazy.
saw the car. We didn't see the car, but we saw the aftermath, all the dust, everything. We saw obviously the events that led up, like what happened, and it's like she walked out. I didn't see her bleeding at all.
no.
I didn't
Wow.
see her like her. She got up just fine. Like afterwards, the adrenaline was going, so didn't feel everything right away. But she was talking fine to the people that showed up. The cops came, and she was talking to them. But it's like just how fortunate it was for her to see something that intense happen, and she just by the grace of God, I guess, just walks out unscathed.
Right.
Absolutely.
Not unscathed, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking.
Virtually.
Yeah.
Virtually
Yeah.
for all intents
especially
and
after seeing that
purposes.
car, like it was.
You said it was on Reno Valley Matters, wasn't it?
Yeah. So apparently there's a video. My mom actually
Shout out
told
to
me about
Merino
this.
Valley Matters.
Yeah.
You
That
guys don't
could-
matter, but
Hey.
Hey.
no, not Merino Valley. The
Almost
page.
all move out here.
Oh.
No, not Merino Valley. Not Merino Valley itself.
Like,
the
why
page.
you
Well, they
gotta
matter
be
now
so
because
rude?
No,
apparently
no,
there was
no.
an article on
I can't
it.
say Merino Valley doesn't matter.
It matters. What
I
are
spent
we-
16 years there. Like it definitely matters, but that page you don't.
But it was actually cool. Like I said, it wasn't even my mom. It was a coworker. They came up to me and they're like, "Hey, I think I saw you on Merino Valley Matters." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, you and Jeremy were out like pulling some girl out of the car." I'm like, wait, that was recorded? Like, that's awesome. All right, but
I was on Merino
I'm
Wait,
pretty
Valley.
sure
was
it was on a lot of
recorded?
people's Snapchat.
it was on Merino Valley Matters.
What the?
You guys have Snapchats
So
of
we
that
have
day?
good publicity
Please send
this
them to me.
time.
I was on Merino Valley Matters once.
Well, okay, we're not talking about.
Well,
We're not
We're
talking
not-
about
that's
that
okay.
time.
I was
We're
like,
not going
I
back.
saw
No,
you.
no,
Going
I said
forward.
I was
Oh.
on. No,
Oh.
not you guys. Me.
I was like, come on, bro. That's
Yeah,
I
I
would love
was.
to
Can't
hear
do
that
that.
story.
People thought I was
No,
stealing.
That's a
don't.
different day.
I haven't heard that one yet.
That would be after camera.
Off the mic.
Off
Yes,
the
off
mic.
the mic.
Off the microphone. You know what? Speaking of microphones, guys, I found this new app. It is gonna change the game.
What is
All
it?
Don't tell me.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
What is that?
I don't know.
I know that. I know that.
It's just a bunch
I
of
know
memes.
that. Wait, it's
Oh,
just a bunch.
shit. Here we go again.
So it's like another soundboard.
It's another soundboard.
Hell
from
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
I have no
Oh,
idea.
Okay, so
coming
we
together.
have
So
a
much room
soundboard
for
right there, and He
activities.
just has an app that gives them more options than just the options that we have on here.
Yeah, so here we have we got the collabs, we got some LOLs. It's all pretty standard, nothing too customizable, but on here we got the
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
All coming together.
all
See,
coming
perfect time for that meme.
this one for us.
As you know, I'm kind of a gamer.
As you know, I'm kind of a gamer.
I'm gonna start saying
Twitch.
that now.
You guys are such guys.
A little bit.
Look at us.
Through the
Hey,
quarantine, we had to do
look
something.
at us. Look at us.
I do
Huh?
like
Who would
this
have
one,
thought?
though.
Not me.
Look at us.
Not
Who would
me.
have thought?
It's like when you're sitting across from your ex with some shots. You're like, look at us. Who would have thought?
It's never really a good
Not me.
mixture. I don't think that's a very good mixture.
I think it depends on
What?
the X.
True. Actually, no, it doesn't.
I don't know.
We're into another topic for another day.
if you get with shots, if you get your ex and you get them with shots,
I would like to get my ex
it's
shot.
okay. Well,
Wait, what'd you say? I was totally not listening.
Hey, that
I
cannot
was
be.
just
We're taking that out.
kidding. Just kidding.
I missed the joke.
Hey, plausible deniability. That's fine. Plausible deniability.
Comedy style.
Okay.
3 days ago, I would have probably agreed with you. I'm just kidding.
Big facts. But I think that is where we will end this episode at here, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Thank Elissa.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming.
You guys are so cool. I wish I was this cool. I'm not.
You are this cool, man.
You were too cool to hang out in high school, but you know.
Dominic.
Damn, do I have a shade?
Dominic.
I need to install
that's where we cut the
shade
That's where we cut the video, right? All right.
I hung out with everyone.
She did.
Yeah.
But
With you.
I know. But he was in Relish, because you remember
I was
they
in Laser Craze. I did the
Did
logo
you really?
for it, but thanks, pal.
When
You
do
were-
we not?
My bad.
I
Maybe it was in
did.
Laser
I
Craze.
forgot which one I was in.
Were you in 6th period BA?
I don't remember what period, but it was in Laser Craze.
Was he there? 'Cause I know
did
you
the
were there.
Photoshop
It was
design
all
of our
us.
aliens. I did that for us, so I was in Laser Craze.
Was I in that one?
I think
No.
Was I there for that?
no, I think you actually weren't you in Relish?
No, she was Laser Craze. Her and Annabelle.
You know more than me.
No, I just remember because me and Myrna and all of us, we would do
I
like
like-
the business plans.
oh.
Anyways,
Okay,
that was
so,
business
yeah,
Canada
you
talk.
This
were
is
there.
our
You were
science
in
show.
6th period.
Sorry.
And just as you said that, it was like, oh, you like it? Did you say? I'll just cut it off. Start it back up. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming out once again. Thank Alyssa for being here.
Thank you.
Thank the Game Boys for being out with
Bye.
us. Dominic.
To get
What was
some
your name
Twitch
again?
flights soon.
No, him. What was your name again?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's Speedy.
Speedy.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Shout out to Speedy, Jeremy. Shout out to Dominic. Everybody. Shout out to Alchemii Studios. Shout out to
Thanks,
you if you're
Alchemii.
watching this far. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Love you guys. Don't make a life, don't take a life, guys.
Shout out to you.
Peace. Thank you.
Someone had to do it.